You're listening to the GeekCast Radio Network of podcasts.
Cliff Jumper, commence countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
ToyCast with your hosts TFG1 Mike, Callie, Shirley, and Derek J. Wyatt.
Hello and welcome to ToyCast. I'm your host TFG1 Mike, and this is the all plush cast. Plushformers, Puggleformers, everything plushy that's good and everything else. I'm joined by Callie. Hello.
Hello.
S. Chung. Hello.
Hello.
And this one guy, you may know him. He helped launch a nationwide craze called Transformers Animated for the first time on the GeekCast Radio Network. Derek J. Wyatt.
Hello, everyone.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. Thinking about plushes.
Very
soft things
cool.
on the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that sounds terrible. Let's start this over already.
No, that's good stuff right there. Why don't we go around the table and everybody introduce themselves? Callie, you can go first.
Wonderful. Hello, I'm Callie. I make the Puggleformers, the Puff Puggles, although I think the Puggleformers are more known now. And anything anyone will request of me in Puggle form, apparently.
Mm-hmm. And
I have some requests. should I give them to you now, or should I wait till after the show?
Wait till after the show.
Oh, okay.
That'll be an entire list.
Oh, God.
Between the two of us, I'm sure we could keep her in business for at least 4 years.
More like keep me swamped for 2 years.
Yeah.
No, that's true. And S. Chung, tell us about yourself as far as how you get into plushes and all that stuff, and what kind of plush things you make.
Okay, hello. I am S. Chung, and I've been sewing plushes for way too long. Actually, I ran into it by accident. Yeah. So I just saw someone else's custom-made toy and was like, oh, I can do that. Right. My first one was so bad I set it on fire.
Did you actually set it on fire?
Just about, pretty much. I did burn it.
You're dangerous.
It was awful. It was awful. I've made all kinds of plushes. Everything from humans to robots to... Well, I don't know. I'm not too good at animals.
They make little round things that resemble blobs.
Blobs. But blobs can be cute. What I made was like this football-shaped head, uneven-eyed yarn hair, gorilla arm, pistachio feet plush for my first one.
I made a triangle.
Is that the nori?
What?
Is that the nori you made?
The onigiri? Yeah, that was my very
the
first
onigiri,
thing.
yeah.
That was cute.
I still have it.
Very cool. And Mr. Wyatt, sir, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody who may have been living under a Cybertronian rock for the last 2 years?
Yes, I'm Derek J. Wyatt. I'm a consumer of things, of plush robots and puggles and those kind of things. I buy a lot, and I have a growing collection.
Yes, I have.
That's all
I have one, and I want so many more.
I'm sorry.
It's all your fault. So I guess getting right into the discussion here, what is it, and I guess we'll go in the same order, Callie, S. Chung, and then Derek. What is it about plushes or Puggleformers that really gets you guys going as far as whether it's collecting them or making them? Callie, you can go first.
It's something I remember how to do consistently. I don't like making the same thing over and over. Like I made these little plush toast for a while, but they were just the same thing with no variety whatsoever. And now I actually get challenged to make something or to turn something into these round little blob things. And for some reason, it really excites me.
Yes, I have a challenge for you as well, because my next one is going to be Transmetal 2 Cheetor.
Yes, I saw that. And I still don't think metallic fabrics will work very well.
That sucks. S. Chung, what about you? As far as like, what's for you? What is so great about making your plush bots or your anything, your plush humans or whatever? And do you collect other people's stuff?
Yeah, I collect other people's stuff. I have one of Callie's. Yay!
I have a couple of Musha or Shirley. What am I calling you?
Moo Shirley.
Yeah.
How about Moo?
S. Chung.
Okay, sorry.
I just went thud on the floor.
Sorry.
I don't know. I guess it's just being able to create that which does not already exist yet. And then it's like I see commercial-made toys, and it's like, oh God, you've got to be kidding me, right? This can be better. I don't know.
Slumblebee.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad, but the movie Prime one that looked more like an anamorphous blob of color.
Was that the really lanky thing too? Was all.
I don't know. It was like $20 at Target. It was like real flimsy. I went to touch one once and the wheel fell off. I just touched it. I was like, oh my gosh, I better hide this and put it back or something.
How does a wheel fall off a plush thing?
Poorly made commercial toys, I guess. I don't know.
These things happen.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit more than a Chinese sweatshop to make these things.
I like creating stuff then.
No, I mean as far as the commercial stuff, as far as the poorly made commercial stuff, you have to have a little more than a Chinese sweatshop to make them.
You'd be surprised what I found in some that I took apart for study in the earlier years of this.
Oh boy.
Let's just say it involved a little bit of dirt and a beetle. A dead beetle. I don't know, maybe it was a roach.
Well, it's what isn't it? Isn't it contains at least 10% reused materials?
This was like 90%
reused beetle legs and
human hair.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's funny.
To be fair, I found things like that in actual stuffing bags that I've gotten at the art store.
Oof, that's not good. Okay, and Derek, we know you don't make these, or you haven't attempted one yet, but how did you get into collecting these?
Well, let's see. I think I bought one. Actually, I bought one first from. Oh, great! Now my brain is gonna die.
I'm not alone.
Remember, Shirley S. Chung, sorry, gave me a present of a Swindle and a myself plush.
Didn't you get a Swindle before that?
I thought they weren't at the same time. Like wasn't Swindle from Jace, and then the me was from you, right? That's very confusing. I think they came at the same time.
No, I mean like.
Oh yeah, no, I had a Swindle before, yeah, from a different girl that I can't remember right now. It's gonna kill me because.
You sure it wasn't some girl named? Well, I think her idea is Sewing Stars.
Yes, Sewing Stars. That's right.
Yes.
Yes. So that was my first. And I'm very, very sorry that I couldn't remember that name. That's ridiculous of me. My memory's so bad. But so that kind of started the whole ball rolling, and then I've got another person I can't remember now. I got this huge animated Optimus, as a gift too, and I took pictures of it with David Kay. It was pretty cool.
How huge?
I think he is like 2.5 or 3 feet tall. It's pretty big.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And so it's just spiraled out of control from there, you know. And then it's like, once you start to see these things kind of amassing, then it's like, oh, I'd really like a Grandis, or you know. And then Shirley makes me a Grandis, and then Callie, you know, I started seeing Callie stuff, and she asked me if I would like when I said of course, and then I got a swindle from her, and then one day I was, I think she was posting pictures of some new project she was working on, and I was like, oh, I drew on a post-it. I drew a bulkhead and a bumblebee puggle,
I saw that.
and yeah,
Without
I was like,
ears.
I wonder if I could. I wonder if I put these up, if I could trick her into making these for me.
It worked.
And it did.
Your evil plan worked.
That's fantastic.
That's funny.
And that's my story.
Yeah, oh no, I know what it was. And she's gonna kill me for not having her on the episode, but you know, 4 people is like the max for me on these things because it just gets too hectic to control and people talk over each other and all that. But Nitro Streak on Twitter, Callie made her a Flame War, TFA Flame War. And I'm like, ooh, I want one. And I was trying to rack my brain of who I would most want. And I'm thinking, oh, it's perfect, Shattered Glass Rodimus Prime. And this thing is just awesome. He's got his goatee. He's got a mustache. He's got the purple crest, the silver, or I guess gray wingback, and of course 2 flaming purple Autobot symbols on the side. And he's all black. It's awesome.
I messed up on that mustache so badly.
No, you didn't. Doesn't look like you did.
Could have done it better.
Huh?
Whenever I make my own stuff, I immediately see failure, and I don't know why.
That's because you're your own worst critic.
Yes.
All the rest of us just see brilliance.
Yeah, exactly. And see what's funny is I like the way, Callie, how you do your previews, where you take a picture of the Puggle and then put it in another picture, and then title it. I think that's really, really neat as far as, you know, showing them for purposes.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
The pictures that you make to show them off that you put on DeviantArt.
Sketches?
With the names and stuff.
Yeah, with the names and stuff.
Oh, on DeviantArt, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very, very cool. And I wish September 1st would hurry up and get here because I so can't wait to see the design on Cheetor, because Cheetor is going to be awesome. I think Cheetor will be your first Beast Wars one, won't it?
There was a rat trap.
Oh yeah, there was a rat trap. That's right.
Assuming you get the commission slot, man. I can't give special preference or people will hate me.
So in demand. Ugh.
See, that's...
First
So
come, sir.
I noticed that S. Chung, you've done a lot of duplicates, but Callie, you've seemed like you haven't done that many doubles, huh? People.
I've done a couple. I got 2 commissions for Drift at the same time. No idea what happened there. And they both came out looking radically different.
I didn't think they were that radically different. But I wasn't there in person either, expecting them, so. They look drifty. They both look drifty to me.
Drifty.
And I was just gonna ask Shirley, that you were saying that you made, what, 5 Skywarps?
Something like that. I don't know. I lost count somewhere because you kind of lose count after a while.
You don't keep a tally running?
No, I had a photo of like 6 Optimus Primes I did all at once. Was it 6 or 5? 5 or 6? I don't know. Whatever. I can't find the photo. I must have deleted it.
I have made, I think, 4 TFA Shockwaves and 2 TFA Prowls, but the TFA Prowls, I had an experiment going with fabrics, so the picture of them has them side by side, and one is just glowing very faintly from a metallic fabric attempt that failed.
Ooh, shiny.
Was the metallic tricky then? You were saying that you didn't think Cheetor would work with the metallic?
Well, the thing is, I do mine by hand. I don't use a sewing machine. And I need to use fabrics that don't fray at the edges or things just go all over the place, which is why I use fleece and felt mostly. I usually have to go through the fabric store and just poke at things until I find something that works. If I need something for visors or random experiments.
What and Shirley, yours have like a velourish finish, right? Like the
It's suede.
is it suede?
Yeah, they
That's what
call
my
it.
head is. My head is made out of suede.
Well, it's called.
What's your nose?
Actually, I think. Oh, that skin fabric is called deer suede, and like the rest of it's called Alova suede cloth. I have no idea why they name it like 15 different names because it all feels and looks the same to me.
Well, S. Chung is an expert, and I'm not.
I'm not an expert.
You've been doing this You've been doing this longer than I have.
Ladies, this false modesty's got to stop. Come on. Just
A decade.
False modesty coming from the guy who created one of the best cartoons out there right now.
Hey, I want season 3.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. You gotta.
Yeah,
ask
we're
Hasbro.
not really going to get too far into that because I don't want, I'd like Derek to come back on the show at some point. I don't want him getting mad at me for deviating off of the actual topic. So when people generally ask you guys for commissions, how much detail? I mean, I know, like, Callie, you put, I asked you if you could do the wing on him, and you said, yeah, you think you could, and you can do the flame and everything else on the side. Like, are people really picky on it, or, I mean, how has your experience been with some of the commissions?
I've only had one really horrible commission, and I'd rather not get into it because I already ranted about it on a DeviantArt journal last month. It forced me to create a new rule, let's say, but most of the time people are really nice. They just say, hey, can you make this character? And I'm like, sure, and that's the end of the conversation. Sometimes I'll ask them for a mock-up if my brain is kind of not sure how they want it to look.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time I just go into it, look at the character, see what comes to mind when I put it all together on paper.
What about you, S. Chung?
Most people just ask me, can you make such and such character? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't really get too many people asking me any specifics beyond that. I mean, well, there's a couple where they'll like ask, could you make sure he at least has like the toe cannons for Vector or something like that? Yeah, the Vector Prime I made, the gal wanted to make sure she had that nose cone thing in the back and like the little wing, I don't know what they are. They're like wings or something, and like this gem in the middle of his chest. And that was about it. Anything else was like, whatever.
My Grandis has his shoulder cannons and his like the cannons on the front of his shoulders and his radars, and he's got lots of stuffs.
Yeah, I don't like doing treads.
Sorry, but it looks so good though.
I took the same idea with the Blitzwing on doing treads.
Oh, the Blitzwing is freaking amazing. We should just talk about that for a second because it's like he actually has the rotating faces.
Yeah, I saw that picture. That picture was amazing.
That is crazy.
You can't see the treads on his legs because he has treads, and I failed to take better pictures of it. But yeah,
And
the
it's
head.
fun.
3 faces!
Yeah.
He has 3 faces.
I love it. They all have like, they're in your style and stuff, but they have so much character too. Like they totally look like, they have the animated character feel to each of the faces. So, kudos.
Yeah, that's what I noticed with a lot of the fan-made animated stuff. It's pretty much spot on true to the design for the most part.
I think Lugnut.
Really?
Lugnut was my favorite.
Oh, for these the stuff that Shirley and Callie are making, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought
as
you
far
meant like
as
across the board.
No. As far as the plush things and the Puggles, for the most part, they're fairly show accurate.
Yeah, the icy Blitzwing that Callie did was pretty freaking incredible too. I really like that one.
Too bad that one can't have 3 faces because it's just a round thing.
Which Blitzwing? I made 2, but the first
Icy.
one was kind of a failure. The second one, I actually liked how it came out.
The I don't know.
Icy?
Yeah, the icy one. He looked. I thought you looked really fantastic. The Lugnut was a huge. I think that one's amazing too. That one's really great. I mean, I don't know. I can't really pick one out of all of them, but they're
Yeah, they're all good. And like I said earlier, I made the Pokemon joke. Got to catch them all, and that's really what it is. Because for me, it's like Callie has all these other designs that I've seen, and it's like, wow, I want one of those. I want one of those. I want one of those. And it's like, yikes.
Too bad it takes 8 hours to make one.
and each one kind of comes out
different,
in an individual way. So it's like you really can't catch them all because they're all a little bit different.
Well, you do like.
Do.
Yeah, I know.
I knew you were going to say
I know, Callie. You do the. You also do. You make the same ones over if people request it, right?
Yeah, sure. I've had even requests for OCs. Jinx on the Twitter RP requested her character, and I mistook Flame War as an original character, and I'm sorry to all the Flame War people.
Oh, dear.
Jinx
is cool.
Yeah.
No BotCon. That was a BotCon one, right? Flare Up. Or no, what was it again? Flame War?
Flame War.
Yeah,
that's a BotCon figure.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Nitro Streak didn't kill me when I mistook it for an OC. I'm sorry, Nitro Streak.
Let me see what else. So, all right. As far as your all's rules for commissions, Kelly, what are your rules for commissions?
I'm first in line all the time, right? That's the rule. I get cuts.
I'll fight you for that position, sir.
I think I might win. Sorry.
I open my commissions once a month on a first-come, first-served basis. Whoever manages to poke me first, either on a note on my DeviantArt account or the Twitter private message system whose name escapes me for the moment.
Direct message.
Yeah. And I usually only accept 10 because I work and I can only do so many per month because I have a job at the same time.
And what is it, an 8-hour commute or something? You
Bus
ride for...
Yeah. I hate my commute. Last time, it's been going really fast lately. This time last year, it would take days to fill it up because no one really... Before the Puggleformers, no one really looked at my stuff. And now it's going just like that. And I'm going a little insane in the process. But nonetheless, as for actual rules, requested by me, and I'll see what I can do as long as it's not offensive or religious or something that's going to squick people.
Right.
Do you get bummed out that you do too? Do you think you do too many Transformers and not enough original ones, or are you cool with it?
Really, it's kind of fun, I guess, because I'm a Transformers fan. Someone did request a BioShock one, and I've never played the game, but it still was kind of exciting because it was a really strange looking character as far as I look at it. It had like this porthole for a face.
Did they like it?
Yeah, they actually made 2 requests. The first one I had to shot down because the character had yellow eyes, and solid color eyes that don't have a pupil don't exist, and I'm very annoyed by this. S. Chung, if you know a supplier with solid colored doll eyes, I will love you forever.
No, but I have an idea on how to get around it.
I'm not too sure about using paint. I've had that suggestion before because I'm not very secure with my own painting methods because, frankly, I kind of failed at the Warhammer painting thing I gave a very brief shot at. So
try the model kit paints in the spray can and spray it. I took a bunch of eyes and I poked a bunch of holes in paper and stabbed the eyes into the paper, and then take spray paint and go every which direction until the layers are thick enough to where you can't see the black no more, and it actually has the color. It takes
that's really clever.
It kind of works.
Occurred to me.
Huh?
That never would have occurred to me.
It's just an idea.
I like this idea. I will give it a shot.
Yeah, okay. I actually have another idea for Puggles, but wow, I don't know. I don't know how well it would come off. For my desktop image, I have a picture of my Masters of the Universe Classics figures. And I'm thinking, holy crap, Adam and Adora's heads could so be Puggleform, or Master Puggles. There you go, Master Puggles.
Skeletor would be pretty neat to see.
Yeah, Skeletor would be awesome in Puggle form. Yeah, he would be. Let's see. S.
I made
Chunks.
the Fallen.
What?
I made the Fallen.
Oh, I made one of him too.
So
I didn't
You did?
put his pickup. Yeah, I didn't put his pickup. He has like these little fire puff balls.
So was yours the comic book version or was it the movie version?
No, it was the comic book version.
Comic.
That black tank thing, whatever. Yeah, I put a fire extinguisher next to him because I was afraid he was going to set my whole room on fire.
Callie's is a movie, right? Movie version?
I failed on his hat. He looks like Space Pope.
He looks a little popey, yeah.
I couldn't get the point. I don't know what happened there. But by then I was like on hour 7. I just wanted to finish it.
yeah, that's funny. So Shirley, what do you charge for your plush bots?
I'm currently not taking any more orders at this point.
Oh, okay, but I mean just in general, so people know what do you charge?
It's about $100.
Okay.
Which is a bargain.
Or considering 50 hours go into it, I would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about sweatshop.
Some people don't seem to appreciate it, but oh well.
Yeah. So, do you have any plans to go back to it? You must be going back to it at some point. Please tell me you are, yes?
Not right now. Well, right now I'm like trying to move into an apartment, but I'm gonna try and take a little break from it, and we'll go from there.
You're gonna actually try to live your life a little bit instead of just sewing for a while.
Battery's dead. Got to recharge it.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I'd kind of want to like do some plushes for myself for once because I got like this eternally long list of plushes to do for me, and it's being neglected. I'm going to cry.
I kind of feel the same way, like with, not with plush, but with, I don't draw for myself anymore. I would love to just, have some time I can sit down and actually just draw something that I want to draw instead of what 150 other people are telling me to do.
Mm.
Well, if you draw something for yourself and I want to plush it, I'm not getting a subscription.
Yes, I might start
You have
drawing.
a franchise right there, a comic and merchandise.
Wow.
Cool. So do a plush bot and a Puggle tie-in.
Yeah, that's funny. Callie, what do you normally charge when you do take commissions?
Somewhere between $15 and $20, which I'm told I'm undercharging. But I'm kind of, I'm kind of hesitant on raising the price and alienating my fan base. So $15 to $20, not counting shipping, and I make my own shipping envelope, so it'll come in pretty, and it's like a present in the mail.
Yes, they're precious.
Stamps are custom too.
I'm running out of those.
The tags?
No, I have these little stamps that I got on Zazzle, but they sell the stamps for like triple the post office price.
Oh.
I caught them on a sale once, and I'd rather not pay Zazzle at the triple post office price when I could just get some forever stamps.
Yeah. Yeah, Zazzle is kind of expensive. I think after shipping I've spent, and I know we're getting off topic here, but I think after shipping I spent something like $75 for 2 t-shirts.
Dear God.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Derek, what has been the number one strangest thing a fan has ever given you?
Oh. I had some crazy stuff in at auto assembly. People were giving me like somebody gave me a Action Master Elite double punch and somebody else gave me a windmill. Like expensive things people would give. I don't know if strange things. Someone gave me a drawing that they did of me. That was kind of weird. I don't know. I didn't get any bags of poo or anything. I can't think of. I can't think of anything that's weirder than that. I usually generally really like the stuff people give me, so like.
Yeah.
It's just fun. I've gotten people do we'll do animated art for the art shows, and then give me a framed print or something. Usually pretty cool.
One thing I'd like to see, I don't know if this will ever happen, but I'd like to see Matt Moylan's Little Formers, but animated style.
That's changed the subject very quickly.
I know. Oh, is that a sore point?
Yeah, not a fan, thanks.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's also not a fan of mine, so
oh.
the feeling is very mutual between
Okay
us.
then, let's move on here.
Animosity.
Yay.
Trying to think here. Yeah, the way I've approached the Puggle stuff is the same way I approach Mighty Mugs. If it's characters that I like, I have to have them all.
That also is I have a 1-of-1 plush of myself, and I have a 1-of-1 Mighty Mug of myself. So.
Now, where did the Mighty Mug come? Did that come from Hasbro, or did somebody? It did.
Yep, it is from Hasbro. It's a genuine. It's an actually made at Hasbro.
Wow.
You ought to put pictures of that thing on your Facebook, especially if it came in an actual box with the design on it.
There was no box.
Oh.
I did have pictures of it.
It's on the TF Wiki.
Oh, well, yeah, it's on the wiki.
I thought I had pictures of it up somewhere, though, no?
Do we want to say anything else more on the Puggleformers or the Plushbots?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, these things are awesome.
I want to make a 7-foot tall.
Fortress Maximus?
I have no idea. Suggestions. Let me see what I can work with.
Your thinking is so limited. It's just crazy.
If
You
you
did
make
make that costume, though, right? You made a
Yeah, I made that
walk around.
Shattered glass prime.
that thing's amazing.
It needs work.
That costume was amazing.
It's like if they ever did like a Transformers land, like a Disneyland, then they definitely need to get you at least I don't know, you could have your own little bunch of people making walk-arounds.
Like the giant plushies walking around.
Yeah, and then hugging random people, terrifying them.
I did terrify a bunch of people. Well, okay, I terrified about half the kids in that costume.
It's something. There's something kind of. Well, it's a little unsettling. You see like a full-sized. Bigger than life-sized. A plush walking around like.
I thought it was just the red, angry, narrowed optics and Shattered Glass Prime's like this angry.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
I don't know how you were able to breathe in that thing.
It was a little stuffy. I could breathe. The face mask is, it was just that stuff they use for screen doors. Whatever
Mesh?
they call it. Yeah, it's something like that, yeah. I got it at the hardware store. I don't know. I don't know what they call these things.
Whatever works.
All right, so I guess we can go ahead and give out information. Callie, why don't you give out to the people who are listening where they can find your stuff?
I have a DeviantArt account by the name of Callie Carey Shoka. Long name, weird, I know. CALLYKARISHOKKA, one word, deviantart.com. Same name, Twitter. Same name, Facebook, with the space between Callie and Carrie, because they requested first and last names. And there you go.
Okay, and what about you, S. Chung?
I'm on Twitter as Musha168, and I'm on Facebook under Shirley Chung.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, your real name?
Oh, come on. I've had people try to threaten to burn down my house. Just because I
She's
won't.
serious, by the way.
That's not good.
That's not good at all.
Well, yeah, but it's not like they know where I live.
Just make sure that you get the plush out first, okay?
Yeah, sure. All for a plushie, right? Come
Right.
on, there are better things to threaten me over.
Yeah.
And, well, I don't know. I don't really have any other site at the moment.
Okay.
Once you get back up and running, and whenever your batteries recharge, you'll
Yeah.
let us know.
It'd be a few months.
Okay.
Take some time. You've earned it. I give you permission.
Oh, I have permission. Woohoo! All right.
Oh man. And Derek, where can people find you on the web to interact with you as far as your blog or anything like that?
God, where can't they find me? Everything, pretty much, I think everything is just Derek J. Wyatt, all one word. At Formspring, at Blogger, at Facebook. I'm under my name, Twitter. It's my email address, everything. So just if you put those, put the J in the middle there and keep all those names together, then you should find me.
Is it bad that I don't know what Blogger is?
It's like a less creepy version of DeviantArt. There's not as much yucky stuff there, I think. Maybe there is. Maybe I just don't go around it as much. But it's just a place where I post drawings and stuff, like quarterly drawings.
Okay. I have one last question before I close the show here. Derek, was it intentional to make Shockwave have his true colors in season 3?
Okay. There's a quick story about that if I have time.
Go ahead.
So, as soon as I did Shockwave in gray, as I was coloring it, I immediately did a purple one, and I knew for the storyline that he couldn't be purple because it just wouldn't especially in animated universe, you can't have a purple Autobot. It can't happen. So I did that, and I sent them both to Eric Siebenaller, and I said, hey, look what I did this one for fun too, and he's like, yeah, that's cool. And so we're going along season 3, and I kind of had forgot about it. It's a really busy. We had almost as many characters in season 3 as we did in 1 and 2 put together, so it was really busy. And as I was going along, I got an email from Eric, and he said that I think Joe Kide was doing some exclusives for Target. He was going to do a Sunstorm and a purple Shockwave. And I was like, oh, awesome. And I ran into Marty's office, and I was like, Marty, they're doing a purple version of the Shockwave as a toy, so, is there any way we can, this was, and I think it was like we were either shipping our last show or had shipped it. It's already over and done, and I'm like, and I kind of called this emergency meeting and had this stuff, it's like Marty's like, oh yeah, that's cool, we can do that, we can put it in there and get it recorded, and then so that's how we were able to do it, hastily, as we found out that was happening. I'm really glad because it's Shockwave is weird being gray. I like him. I mean, it's sort of the Radio Shack thing, I guess, but it's cool being purple.
Yeah, I gotta say, and I've said this before, and I don't think Derek has heard me say this, but I was watching that episode, and when that happened, when the color change happened, I literally fell out of bed.
I wanted people to freak when they saw it, because it's
I freaked.
You go along for a whole season and you're kind of used to it being gray, right? And then when it happens, you're like, oh my god! So,
Yep.
And then they had purple long arm.
Yes, yeah, I snuck purple long arm in there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he transformed because of RC. Okay.
I don't know if
Very brief.
I don't know if you can hear it in the final audio or not, but that was the creepiest thing Corey Burton did. Was he was kind of going back and forth between Longarm and Shockwave in this really weird, super super creepy way, and it was. I think some of the dialogue got cut and stuff, but it was like just watching him do that and record was pretty spectacular.
I liked your imitation.
Thank you.
Yes, and And before I go into our closing for Geekcast Radio and ToyCast, poor Blur. Oh.
Yeah, that was.
I know you've heard it before, but this is, like I said, this is the first time I've talked to you, and I'm really trying to hold back the fanboyism. So all I gotta say is poor Blur.
That was. I think I was so focused on. Like I said, it was such a hectic time, and I of course I read the scripts, and I looked at the storyboards, and we saw that cube getting designed and everything, and I just didn't really put two and two together that he was actually, that was, I thought that, they'll be able to, and then I realized when that cube came across my desk, I was like, oh geez, this is really bad. So I tried to put the spark in there at the last minute and send it off, but it didn't end up in the final animation. So, and then he gets thrown into the incinerator anyway. So I don't know.
I know, that's so wrong.
I have a sequel. If I ever did like a mosaic or something, I have a sort of what happened to Blur story that I will tell someday.
I'm getting excited by this.
Very cool. All right, so thank you for joining us here on ToyCast. There are several ways to get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com. Join the forums, PredaconEmpire.com/Nexus. Leave the show feedback in iTunes. Yes, we did get a new review in iTunes, and I will read it in the next episode, because I don't have iTunes pulled up at the moment. Follow us on Twitter. The show name there is TFToycast. Mine is TFG1Mike. Become a fan on Facebook. Search Geekcast Radio Network. Call the voicemail line. Tell us to show you a message for and your name. 502-526-5821. We hope you... Yes, sir. What?
There's a voicemail line? You can get messages?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you forward me any messages I get, just in case,
Yeah, sure.
My agent might be listening or something. No, I'm kidding.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of ToyCast and wish you'll join us next time. For now, I am TFG1Mike with...
Callie?
S. Chung.
And Derek.
Thank you for listening. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.